Time's up, Admiral.
Here it comes.
Give me the meat, and give it to me raw.
What's the matter? Take yourself a great big bite of meat. Taste the pleasure of the highest quality pork around.
If somebody's gonna try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f yourself. But go f yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob.
And then Monday
let it
happened.
happen, Adam. You let the reach around happen.
I
don't know why I put that analogy out, but it's just...
I'm trying to get around that one and looking at the time so I can come back and clip it later. But we're told that we don't like any of this because we're misogynists. We just don't like this stuff because we're women. And the only reason we're unhappy about the Ray movie coming out, because, guys, did you hear the Ray movie was canceled and uncanceled? Did you hear that?
Dre, you heard that too, right?
I did hear it.
Wait,
I did hear it.
What did I do?
You said because we're women.
We hate it because we're women.
Okay. All right. Yeah, see, now Ariel just arrived, and she's going to make sure that I remember that.
Yes, we didn't want it to come out like this, but Adam is in fact trans. He's coming out of the closet. Him and Dermy are in a relationship. It's time.
It's still there. It's still there.
I didn't say that.
Well, you can still have it, but still identify as a woman.
We want to enjoy what we're looking at. We don't want sores and fat whores. Liar! No.
Let me be as clear as I can. Ain't no colors in Scandinavia.
Game over, man. It's game over.
We have a good time around here, don't we? We have a good time around here. I got another clip. I got to get it out from last night's stream where I said something, but that's not a clip for this. That's a clip for a Monday's thing. Hello, everybody. Hail and howdy. Welcome to another day at the round table where we're very capable of making fun of ourselves because, hey, we don't take ourselves too seriously around here. But what we do take seriously is the destruction of what we love, what we've cherished all our lives, and we're here to talk about that for the week. Let's get to it. We got some to talk about it. Let's get around the horn, say hi and howdy, and let's get to it. Jed, how you doing?
I am doing great. We have a lot of exciting news to talk about today, so I'm excited to jump into it, and not least of which, apparently, we're finally getting the Japanese Assassin's Creed that we've always wanted, but they're going to have a black main character in feudal Japan.
So that was real. I didn't want to...
It's still rumors, so I'm not going to make a video on it, but it's close enough to being real that I think it's hilarious. But, of course, it's a mobile game, so no one's going to play it anyway, so...
I mean, that pic running around? That's not a real.
It might be. It might not be. I don't know, but it's dumb enough to be true considering Ubisoft are the people who said get used to not owning your games.
Yeah. I haven't been up too long today. I was a bad boy up late watching One Piece, so I've been catching up while trying to wake up, and I saw that and I thought, is that real? I'm not going to comment. I've been tricked before on stuff. So
it probably is. If I had to bet, the sources that I saw talking about it are ones that have talked about legitimate stuff before. So
it's not good. It's not good. All right.
If I had to put money on it, I'd say it's true.
Fuck Ubisoft. Fuck Assassin's Creed. It's not Assassin's Creed anymore.
It
is.
Hasn't been for a long time.
Yeah, I'm not into it. Dre. Where are you, Dre?
The internet always provides.
Yes, it does.
I've had a pretty solid week. A lot of good stuff on the channel. More traction than I've gotten in quite some time.
You never know what it's going to be, do you?
Ever. My freaking video for my reaction to Madam Web's reactions is doing very, very well. So I'm very, very confused.
Yeah.
But I love it when terrible things do good things for me. So
I
um,
know. I know.
I'm
I mean, of all the things that got traction this week for me was not my reaction to whether or not Deadpool 3, and we're going to talk about the trailer because it happened after the show last week, so we have to talk
yeah.
about it. Not whether or not Deadpool 3 trailer is going to mean anything, do anything for MCU. No, it was my coverage the next day of the predicted meltdown of stans reacting to it because they think it's stealing She-Hulk's agency.
Yeah.
That's the video
Yeah.
that got traction for me this week. And people, and within that one, and we'll talk about this, within that one, people saying, you don't understand the definition of stan. It's from an Eminem music video a long time ago. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, we know that. But we know that that's what it's evolved from. I have people lecturing me about that in my comments of that video.
When they nappies when that originally came out, I wouldn't have to remember that.
But it's evolved from that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that
Language
initially.
evolves. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You've been getting a lot of lectures in your comments recently, Adam.
Yeah, I know. I get lectured about things. Apparently, in some cases, people think I'm actually younger than I look. Fine.
Yeah.
And
It was a shock.
I got a big
Someone
ass
gave him a
zit on my
compliment.
nose right now, so maybe I'm still going through puberty. All right. Yeah, I can't hide that. You can see the giant red ass thing on my nose. There's nothing I can do about it. I could hide behind my avatar, but I'm not. All right. This is me in all my glory without my makeup on.
If Dermy can show his face to the world without shame, anyone can.
But yeah, I don't understand this. People trying to, and here's the thing: when you look at these reactions when they try to lecture any of us, sometimes it's a lot of proof they didn't even bother watching our videos or our streams.
Oh, most of the time.
Yeah, they don't. Anyway, so yeah, it's what you were saying. You never know where the traction is going to come from. The videos you put the most work into and that you're most proud of are the ones that just go. And then the ones you go, all right, I'm just going to yell at the screen for 5 to 10 minutes and be angry about something. Yes, or boo. It's retarded. It's retarded. But Dragon Lady's not retarded. How are you, Dragon Lady?
I'm doing fine. One of my Sims died of laughter the other day when I was playing on The Sims 4. I have no idea how it happened.
Okay.
She'd only just not Sim me, very far from her. There was another Sim I was playing as, and she'd just been married only a couple of hours. She just had a baby a couple of hours, and then next thing I know, she's
so you orphaned a child in your game. That's a good job.
Yeah. Well, eventually the Sim did have a kid, and then next thing I know, I got a notification saying this Sim is dying of laughter. Wait, what? What just happened? Because if you have a Sim that's cheerful and playful, it's very easy for them to become hysterical very, very quickly, and they can die of laughter very, very quickly.
God,
Don't look at
I
wants it.
I haven't played that game since Sims 1, and that is weird.
It's the Sims 4 I'm playing on at the moment when I can get on it, if the stupid EA app will let me. But it's the game, don't.
That game is nothing like I remember.
Yeah,
I remember Sims 1. That's what
Sims
I
4
remember.
is quite glitchy at the moment, and it's not just me that's suffering these glitches, it's other Simmers.
Well, good luck to your orphaned Sims child. Good luck to your orphaned Sims child. Anyway, all right, we got a show for you guys today. It should be good. But before we get to that, let's say hail and howdy to the chat. Hail, Goddess Legion. It's one of my mods, one of my regulars here to keep the peace and to make sure that I am properly trolled by one of you. Going on down the list, I'm not going to do a Dermy and say hi to Dragon Lady because I just said hi to her. Hail, Static 2020. How you doing? Hail, Jay Fraser 360. Hello. Hello, Gal. And anybody else just watching, not chatting, hail to you, son of Joxer. Huzzah. Kudos to you. Hail and howdy. So if you're just enjoying the show, we're happy to have you here. Hit that like button, sit back, and enjoy it for whatever we get up to. All right, so we got a good show for you guys. As predicted, Madam Web disaster. And I kept my promise, Dre. I watched it. I kept my promise. Didn't pay for it, but I watched it.
Smart man.
Wise man.
Listen, we'll get into it in a second, but just a preview. It's not that it was woke. It's just a dumb, boring, no fun movie. It's just zero fun in it. and we'll get into that. So we're going to talk Madam Web, and we're gonna take advantage of our Sunday privilege. Box office is the one privilege we have as a Sunday show. We get the full weekend, or in this case, a 6-day box office, because this retarded thing dropped on Valentine's Day in the middle of the week for some reason. I'm sorry. Since when do people get the day off for Valentine's Day to go to a movie? How's that a good idea for marketing? And they put a lot of money into this marketing, apparently. Anyway,
they released one trailer.
But then a lot of weird paraphernalia and interviews and this. I don't know. We'll get into it. Let's see what else we got. We got X-Men 97 hiding behind the Deadpool 3 trailer, trying to kind of sneak in there behind the positivity generated by that trailer. We'll talk about that. Excuse me. It's not listed in the title, but we will talk about the Deadpool trailer, and as I mentioned, the reactions to it, and then what followed up. And after that, the not so fantastic announcement of the MCU Fantastic Four. We were, Dre, shake your head. We were wrong. We go back months and months and months ago on this stream. We predicted what they would look like. We were all wrong. We were all completely wrong. We can admit that. It was half joking, but half serious. But it's still not good.
Oh, no.
It's still not. Pedro, Internet Daddy Pascal.
Help.
Yeah.
I really despise that man and how
too.
much he's artificially inserted into everything.
I know.
After his Last of Us performance, he should be banned from any masculine character.
How about any performance? The dude is not a powerful actor, but we'll get into it.
I've liked him in 2 roles: Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent and Game of Thrones.
I've never liked him in anything I've seen him in, and I've seen him in a bunch of stuff now, so I've never liked him. I've never respected him. I liked him in The Mentalist because he got cucked by Jane. I love that. Jane cucks him.
Oh yeah, he was okay in Buffy too. Vampire tore him apart.
Yeah, I don't remember that. It's been a long
It was
time
one episode, and he was like a teenager.
It's been a long time since I watched Buffy. Long time. I used to watch it. I watched it in regular releases, and then I watched it over and over again in syndication. And then I don't have terrestrial television more, and I'm not such a fan that I want to own Buffy. I respect it and enjoy it. I thought all the women on it were beautiful, and the dudes were masculine badasses, and I like Angel as much. But I've seen it enough times in my life. I don't want to ever watch it again. That's it. But I still like it. Anyway. All right, so let's get busy. A couple more people came in. Hail to you, Kale. Hail, Frank Blazkowicz. How you guys doing? All right, so let's get right into Madam Web, because this is clearly it's going to be an MCU heavy show, and somewhat Disney heavy discussion show. No, that's not it. That's the Variety article for Fantastic Four. My tabs are all out of place. Yeah, I know. At least I didn't bring it up. Okay, I just moved it onto the screen. So Madam Web
again.
Yeah. So Madam Web. 6 days, $49 million global in 6 days. And the budget. Now, they talk about the budget. We know the budget, $80 million. But have you heard what the marketing budget is?
I have not.
According to Gary at Nerdrotic on FNT, the little bit I watched of FNT this week, $100 million budget. And if Gary's going to put out that number, that's probably it, because Gary doesn't just shoot off his mouth with numbers. So he probably found a source, and he had it. So that's $180 million that we know of. That means $450 million to break even.
That can't be. Yeah.
This movie should have gone the way of Batgirl and been used as a tax write-off.
That can't
So we're not going to review the movie. I'll give you a quick breakdown. You've already watched a bunch of different bigger streams, bigger panels breaking down, and I'm the only one that watched it, right? No one else watched this?
God, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay,
no. I don't hate myself that much. No.
I kept my promise to you, Dre. That's why I did it. I made you watch Echo, so I kept my promise.
Oh.
What is that description? I'm sorry, but her psychic abilities allow her to see within the spider world itself?
All right, that doesn't even exist in the movie.
What does that even mean?
Here's her.
No one knows what's happening.
Here is her abilities. So apparently, her pregnant mother went to the Amazon to find these spiders, and I'm going to skip ahead to the reveal, because she discovers that her child has an immune disorder, an autoimmune disorder that's going to leave her crippled and broken as she grows up. So she wants to go to the Amazon or wherever Peru. Does Peru have Amazon jungle?
I usually think of the Amazon being mostly Brazil.
Well, it's Peru. She goes to Peru. and to find these spiders whose venom has the ability to do this and that to peptides. Peptides. They talk about peptides a lot in this, how it alters peptides. And they got the peptides changed so that it has healing factors, because there's this tribe that uses it to give themselves superhuman spider abilities and peptides. Well, she brings along this dude who's supposed to be security, Ezekiel Sims, who is apparently another real character in Spider-Man lore. I don't know. I'm not that deep in Spider-Man lore, but I know who Ezekiel Sims is. Who basically wants to steal her research so that he can use it to become powerful and wealthy. Although once he steals the spider and kills her and kills everybody else, he uses that spider to become wealthy, but we don't know how. We don't know what his empire looks like. We just know that he lives.
Sell the Peptoids.
I don't know. He just
the Peptoid man killed by Pepsi.
He let it bite him, so he has all the Spider-Man abilities that are just basically super strength and to walk on shit. That's what he has, and apparently he can grab you and put poison into your body. I don't know. Even through his gloved hand, he can do it. I don't know. But we don't know, because apparently he just lives in a one-room, giant, I guess, condominium apartment where he has a bed that he lures an NSA agent to get her NSA agent. Because this is not. Oh, takes place in 2003, by the way.
2003, yeah.
Takes place in 2003.
Oh, did you hear why it was set in 2003?
Because they were supposed to line it up with MCU Spider-Man, but it still doesn't quite line up.
According to the writer, that is actually a myth. The reason they
really?
set it in 2003 is because they wanted to use the song "Toxic" in it.
That's
what
bullshit.
he said. That's what he said.
Bullshit. I call bullshit. Yeah. They're doing everything possible to line this up with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and it still doesn't quite line up right.
No, the age is wrong.
It's still a year or two off of how old he is when we get to him in Civil War.
Yeah, in Civil War he should be 15, and
yeah,
and that's 2016, so he should have been born in 2001, not 2003, 2004.
Yeah. And we do see him born. We do see Peter Parker born, but they can't actually call him Peter Parker. They avoid saying Peter Parker. They don't even say Ben Parker. I think they just say Ben, the guy who plays Uncle Ben in that.
I heard they use his responsibility line of being an uncle, all the fun, none of the responsibility.
They twist it all around. It's terrible. It's all twisted, all out of shape. Point is, this whole thing, his whole fear is that he has a vision all his life of the 3 Spider-Women variants. They're going to come to kill him way in the future. Or he figures out somehow 10 years from then. So he needs he needs to hack into the then nascent NSA in 2003 so that he can use the newly released idea of tracking people through cameras.
Facial recognition.
Thank you, facial recognition. My boomer mind isn't catching up to what I'm saying right now. And it's a lot of ludicrous shit, but you still never understand what he built or what his empire is. There's no indication what he does. He just wants to kill these girls because he saw them killing him in the future. And that's his whole motivation. Okay, and then you have Dakota Johnson. I didn't say Dakota Fanning this time. Dakota Johnson.
I've been doing that this whole time, too. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I got yelled at earlier this week for saying that. Dakota Johnson, who is Cassie Webb. Isn't that a great name, Cassie Webb? When her mom got bit while she was being born, she got some sort of, I guess, advanced spider sense where she can see the future. But her real power is to connect to the web of the future and even project herself to multiple places at once, which they allude to early on. And then she does in the weird ass final battle, which isn't even a final battle. It's just her running so that a sign can fall on Ezekiel Sims and kill him, even though she's hit him 3 times with a car in this movie, and he was fine.
Somehow.
Yeah, somehow. So in the end, there's nothing fun in this movie. It's just boring dialogue, bad dialogue. And you know, in my opinion, one of the sins of the movie is you've got a lot of beautiful women in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
They're all. They don't take advantage of that. Yes, the characters of the movie, the girls, they're teenagers at the time, but all these women are actually in their 20s. So I don't feel bad about going, yeah, she's hot. I don't feel bad about that because I know how old they are in real life. Sydney freaking Sweeney. They dressed down Sydney freaking Sweeney into
I'm gonna be honest. I don't get the obsession with her.
She's hot. She's hot. She's hot.
She has voluptuous titty meat. That is why.
20 minutes in. I have to remember that. 20 minutes in. I'm gonna clip that one. Yeah, gotta have to do that. I put these clips together. I enjoy myself. It's part of my fun. Anyway, but they have these all three Spider Women variants. These are all pretty girls, attractive pretty girls, and they just don't take advantage of that. They have them in their Spider Woman suits, their super suits, which are not apparent. They aren't CGI generated. I'm seeing a bunch of behind the scenes clips. They were real. We see Sydney Sweeney dressed up in it. So these suits were real. They had them in them, but they literally are for blips. Blink and you miss it. There's no superheroes in this movie. There's nothing happens. It's a lame chase scene. At one point, you've heard this by now. Cassie Webb, Dakota Johnson F's off to Peru at the end of the second act. She just goes to Peru. She's just there. And she finds the exact spot she's looking for by holding up a picture. It's like, oh, this is the river that my mom took a picture of 20, 30 years ago.
She finds that fast.
Yeah, she just wanders into the. She's looking perfectly clean. Hasn't been wandering in the Peruvian Amazon for days. Just finds it, and then the dude who's been waiting for her finds her because he's been waiting there. He's been waiting there for years, just waiting for her to come up. So this movie is and also it is an editing nightmare. It jumps back and forth. These blips where they show her repeating time. It's terrible nightmares. It's just a bad movie, a simple bad movie that isn't fun and goes nowhere. And that's my hot take review on it. And you can go with it as you wish. If you've heard all big reviews, you can see I'm not lying. It kind of matches everything else. So it's no wonder that here we are, 6 days later, $49 million worldwide. Here's the question I want to pose to you guys. Who do you think thought this would be a good idea? I mean, Dre, you probably have the most knowledge out of any of us on this. Who thought making Madam Web a central character in a movie and saying we're going to have Spider Women in it, yet not actually have them in it, would be a good idea?
Yeah, it is unfathomable for me to actually say who would actually say it's a good idea. This is a film made by nobodies for nobody.
No.
And there's no market. Let me be clear. There is no Madam Web fan base. Let me be clear. There's no Madam Web fan base. Do people like Madam Web as a character? Yes. There are people that are like her being featured, yes, but only in connection to who? Spider-Man.
Thank you.
If there's no Spider-Man, no one gives a crap about Madam Web.
Yeah, she's a secondary character.
She's not even secondary. She's like not even tertiary. She's a once in a while guiding force for Spider-Man. That's it.
Exactly. She's like a guiding force. She's not even the guy in the chair. She's like, hey, I have a mission for you, randomly. Like she's like that. And so I'm like, she's not a character that we need any backstory on. We all accepted Madam Web for who she was years ago. We don't need this. We don't need to see that she got blinded by fireworks or whatever the.
Yeah, she's underwater too. When she's drowning. First of all, the fireworks, which again was set up early in the movie, really stupid. There's a lot of dumb setup and payoff in this, Jed. They actually do setup and payoff, but it's all retarded. So the final battle takes place in this fireworks building that should have been condemned in the first place, but it's all just blocked off by yellow tape. Nobody there, and it's shooting over her. And after she crushes Ezekiel Sims on the sign, she falls into the water. I miss how she even broke her back. I miss it. I didn't even see it happen. And then a fireworks shoots into the water and shoots across her eyes, and suddenly she's blinded because when she comes back out of the water and they do the setup and payoff of giving her CPR, she opens her eyes and they're perfectly clouded blind. There's real damage to her face. Just suddenly that she's blind.
That doesn't
And
make
now
any
she-
sense.
And then now she can see better than ever before because now she's embraced who she is and she can see the future. And I got to show you this. So this retarded. So they show her at the end. They show everybody in their super suits, and they show her in her super suit. And Dre, you know what she looks like with her actual glasses on, right? Here we go. I got a picture of this first. Here is a classic shot of Madame Web in her glasses from the comic book. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Here you go. This is one from the comic book. Madame Web.
That is Madame Web.
That's Madame Web. All right, let's go back. Let's go to Spider-Man, the animated series. Let's see if I can get one from that here. Let's see. They have one here. Let's go Spider-Man at Madame Web. Spider-Man the animated. Here we go. Here's what she looked like in Spider-Man the animated series. That's when I first met her.
Perfect.
That's when I first got introduced to her. All right. Now I want to surprise you guys. Let me pop this back out. Madame Web Madame Web 2024 glasses. Let's do that. Let's see if they have that. No, I have to find a. Let's say super suit. Super suit. There's this final shot of all of them together. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. Final shot. Come on. Well, they have her with this basically retarded. Here it is. Here it is. No, that's not it. That's not it. Crap. Well, I can't. I didn't prepare this. I'm sorry. There's this shot of her where she has this retarded visor on, and it looks ridiculous. Madame Web visor. Let me try visor. Let's try that. Come on. Maybe I can try and. All right, somebody else better at this. Maybe try and find it on Twitter. There were some screenshots of it on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, and so they show her it looks ridiculous. It looks absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't look believable. And it shows they had $80 million budget on this and they went nowhere with it. There's a lot of cutaways to the shots and everything. So I ask again, who thought this was a good idea? I mean, there was no money in this. I mean, Jed, they keep doing Spider-Man stories without Spider-Man at Sony, and they own it. And they don't have to use Tom Holland's Spider-Man. They have access to the other Spider-Man variants. Why don't they just go all in?
Well, at this point, because of the success of No Way Home, many people have been clamoring for a third Andrew Garfield film. This would be the perfect opportunity to reintroduce his franchise. People are clamoring for it for the first time in nearly a decade.
Yeah.
And there's interest for it, and they have the rights to it. They don't care if Marvel is competing with them with their Tom Holland Spider-Man, especially because he seems to be on the back burner for right now. Tom Holland, who can't keep a secret, has admitted he knows of no plans to use his character in the near future. So the field is ripe for no competition. I mean, studios seem to worry about competition with their characters, as we know about the Superman project. Superman and Lois was canceled, or whatever it's called, because Superman Legacy is coming out, and they didn't want to confuse audience members. They don't have this problem at Sony right now because Tom Holland's on the back burner.
I hate that excuse, confusing audiences. I don't know. Audiences are pretty smart.
Oh, yeah.
We know what something on TV is different than what something is in a movie.
I think the bottom line is these people are stupid. I think that's it.
Yes.
I don't think there's any.
Oh, you found it.
Well, they hired a director who's never done any movie ever.
Lord.
That's
Look
the
at that.
superhero costume from the end.
Yeah.
That looks off. Is it just me? Does that look off?
It's wrong. It's retarded. It's. I'm sorry. What is this?
That's why
when I saw it, I just lolled real hard. I lolled so hard when I saw this. I was like, oh my god.
That's unpleasant.
It is unpleasant.
I know next to nothing about the character, but even I'm looking at this and saying this looks way off. Is it just me?
No.
And they
This is
make
dumb.
it that they're her girls. They're her girls. She's gonna mentor them. It's having, and it's also, here's the thing you have to realize. I guess it's a slight bit of a wokeness where they're setting it up that all these Spider Women variants will exist and have adventures and careers before Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Here's what the rest of her suit looks like. So
Yeah.
add those visors onto this.
Yeah. And she's not even standing. At that point, she's crippled. She has to sit.
Bad.
Yeah, she doesn't look too bad in that, but I'm not a proper judge.
She's not.
She doesn't look too bad.
No, I mean all the suits actually look good.
Yeah, like
it's just they're never in them.
Yeah,
there's no superheroes in a superhero movie.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
They decided to make a suit, and here's their defense of it. Oh, we're telling an origin story for nearly 2 hours.
Huh.
I mean, we watched a film yesterday, that had a origin story in it, a rather long origin story too, but we still got a lot of the hero in his suit with the original Superman. Yes, the first 45 minutes is his origin, but then we get another hour and a half of Superman. That's what people want. Origins are great. They help us understand what's going on. They can be enjoyable, but people want the superhero. People want the actual story.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. No one's interested in Madam Web's origin or any of these Spider Women. None. Zero people. Nope. Zero.
Well,
Zero. No one cares.
That's not true. According to IGN, there's going to be a cult following for this film very soon. It's destined to become a legendary sleepover watch. Yes, there's going to be a cult following soon, according to IGN.
It's going to be a sleepover movie, guys. It's going to be a great sleepover movie in the future. No.
Yeah, people have been falling asleep during it.
Thank you. What is this mess?
This it's IGN. Listen, IGN's on a roll. Last week they dropped their whole collaboration article pushing GLAAD's agenda-driven attempt to take over gaming. So IGN is this is on par for IGN. They're playing to their strengths.
Yeah, and like what was mentioned earlier, look, Sony's got to be the dumbest studio on planet Earth. I am thoroughly convinced. Like Disney is in a sinkhole. And they're dying.
They're malicious, though.
Just all the way around. Sony has gold in their pocket of using Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. That movie will make $1 billion today.
I never hated Andrew Garfield. I actually liked the first TASM.
He is good in the role, but the scripts let him down.
I enjoyed the first one. The second one was crap. I didn't like the second one.
Well, I mean, the director, I think of just the second one, was hired just because his last name was Webb. Kind of like this movie.
Oh, God.
Cassandra Webb. Oh, my God. It's Spider-related. This dude was like, oh, you're a director and your last name's Webb? We want you for Spider-Man. That's about as much logic as went into that, I think.
But after the heels of No Way Home, I would have halted all projects. All of them. I would have stopped everything. I don't care if something's in post. I wouldn't give a crap. I'd be like, we're doing Amazing Spider-Man 3. I don't care what you people are doing. We're fitting to be backstroking in gold coins. We can get back to this freak mess later, but we gotta make this money.
And it would need to be serious, though, because that's what we saw in No Way Home. He's a much darker Spider-Man, and after the comparison of the quirky, quippy MCU version of Spider-Man, a dark Spider-Man done well, unlike, Spider-Man 3, is exactly what people would want.
Yikes. And here's what we got instead of that. We got this. We've got
Kraven the Hunter.
I was Kraven the Hunter, and we've got
where he gets lion blood and it makes him.
And we've got a Venom 3.
What are we doing with ourselves? I forgot.
Yeah, Dre, you're absolutely right though. Sony is sitting on all these properties inside the Spider-Man IP that Marvel Disney cannot touch. And they don't need their permission of the MCU studios. I think I heard they need permission of Marvel Entertainment, but they don't need to go to Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige to get anything done. They have
Marvel
all this.
Entertainment is going to green light that without question. There's $1 billion to be made.
So they have all this opportunity, and we get Madam Web, we get in a few months. Is Craven Hunter even still coming out this year? Did they push it to 20?
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
October.
The
It's
Sony
October? Okay.
movies are still going to be on time. It's all the
Okay.
Disney ones have been canceled except
Okay.
Deadpool.
Okay, so you got Craven, and then you got Venom 3, which is about to go into production already.
Jesus.
I'm probably in the minority here, but I do prefer the non-Spider-Man films without Spider-Man in them. I'm no fan of Spider-Man.
Okay, Dragon Lady's gone. She will not be coming back. All right, you can finish your thought. Go ahead. You've been here long enough. I will kick you off for shit like that. Now you've been here long enough. I'm not gonna walk in.
I mean no offense when I say I do like the first Venom film. Second one I also like, so I'm probably the minority for saying
no. Dragon Lady.
I'm no fan of Spider-Man. I'm sorry. Well.
But you can't have these movies without Spider-Man. They don't make sense.
And again, understand where people are coming from, and again, understand where people are coming from with that. I wouldn't have minded even a 10-minute cameo appearance of him, but at the same time, I'm thinking, please clear off. Poor Tom Holland probably wouldn't stand a chance against Tom Hardy as Venom. I'm sorry, poor bloke.
And what you're saying, I got you, Dragon Lady. I found these movies entertaining. Let me be clear.
Yeah.
I found these movies entertaining. Do I consider these as Spider-Man adjacent? No. Do I think these films should exist? No. But I find them as standalone. I can have fun with these movies.
Yeah.
Like if I want to turn my brain off and enjoy them, I can turn my brain off and enjoy them. And I'll even say the depiction of Venom is one of the most.
They got it right. They got his look right. He looks right, and the CGI is not bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Even with him talking to himself and
they didn't do the
touching out of the body and talking. A lot of the elements I liked. It's just there's no Venom without Spider-Man.
And to have them do a faux Carnage, that's.
That was weird.
That's actually rated 15 in the UK. I think we got the director's cut in the UK, so it's a 15 over here.
It doesn't matter. It's you can't have these stories about Spider-Man because it's the.
I know where you're coming from. But I just find Tom Holland's Spider-Man a bit irritating.
I'm not even talking about Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I don't care about Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Yeah, no,
it's
not specifically about Tom Holland.
It's
but yeah,
just
these characters,
I want Spider-Man. It could be Toby Spider-Man. I don't care.
They
Give me
just
Spider-Man.
don't exist or matter without Spider-Man. In the comics, they don't have relevancy outside of Spider-Man either.
Exactly.
It is the source. And I mean, you remember when they tried to get a Sinister Six movie off the ground without Spider-Man?
Oh.
You remember that? That when they were pushing that around, it was boggling my boomer mind. I'm thinking to myself, how could you have a Sinister Six movie without Spider-Man? What are they going to do? Unintentionally save the world from something worse?
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen.
Yep.
That's exactly.
And then decide, okay, Shiny, let's go be bad guys again.
Yeah, it's this weird deal of turning villains into anti-heroes. It's not just Sony that does it, but Sony seems to really enjoy doing it, and it's weird. Because Kraven the Hunter, he's going to be another anti-hero.
What the heck are we doing with Kraven the Hunter without Spider-Man? You have to explain this to me. What the heck kind of story can you craft around Kraven the Hunter?
Isn't he one of the lesser known Spider-Man
villains?
No.
He's up there on the Richter scale, though, Dragon Lady. He's up there on the Richter scale.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say,
he has one of the greatest
lesser ones. I can understand why.
Kraven's Last Hunt, one of the most revered Spider-Man stories of all time.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Go ahead.
And his whole arc, even his origin arc, is that he wants to have the greatest hunt there is. And this greatest prey ends up becoming Spider-Man. So the whole point of his having an origin story, which I'm going to assume this movie is, because that's what they all are, an origin story about him doing what? Hunting?
Revenge against his father.
You know what?
He has daddy issues.
I'd rather watch Jumanji again. I'd rather just watch that.
I would 100% rather watch that.
You know, and have Van Pelt running around shooting people. Okay? I'd rather watch an
Think about it like this, though.
Van Pelt.
Think about it like this, though. Even for all the criticisms I leveled at Spider-Man 2 on the PS5, they got Kraven right in that.
Yes, they did.
They got him right. It's not hard. So I do not understand this repeated butchering of things that you don't even have to butcher. Who are you making these movies for, Sony? What is your path here? To lose money? Because we go back to, I don't have it up anymore, but you saw it. At $49 million made in 6 days.
It's crazy.
This thing, I don't think it breaks 100 million.
I am inclined to agree with you.
Yeah.
So I think the novelty of it is ended. I think a lot of
Oh.
people went to go see this movie because it was being told it was so horrible. And now that those people that are masochists have gone and seen the film,
This
it's
has
over.
one more day in the algorithm, and that's why we're talking about it. After by Tuesday, this
It's
thing
over.
it's over, and I'll take advantage of it tomorrow with our discussion. But that's it. It's done. It's over. It will fade, and everybody involved in it who truly probably hates it will be going, "Thank you, Jesus."
Yep.
Moving on.
That's
You
it.
cannot pretend it never happened. Well, of course, I mean, honestly, let's be honest. The stories surrounding this movie are more fun than the movie.
Agreed.
Like the red carpet outfits that Dakota Johnson and Sydney Sweeney were wearing. The dude fapping to Sydney Sweeney in the theater.
Why'd they remove the only person watching the movie from the theater?
I know.
I like the
He's
joke.
alone. You can do stuff like that when you're alone.
I like the joke
Yeah.
somebody made on another stream saying, I think it was Ryan Kinnell actually said, I'd rather know what the movie theater attendant had to do to be in there to get that one dude out. You're walking around and you have to find that dude. I'd like to hear what that dude had to say about. Yeah, I'm the guy that found the dude jerking off. Yep. It's always the thing that the surrounding stories, Dakota Johnson's complete dismissive takes on it, these horrible interviews, Sydney Sweeney being sexy in real life and not being sexy in the movie, dudes fapping to the movie theater when again that's Sydney Sweeney as bookworm girl hot, where you know that when you take it all off you're gonna have a babe under there, but she's still covered up head to toe.
Mm-hmm. Well, and both Sydney Sweeney and Dakota Johnson thought this was an MCU film.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that
yeah.
drama's in there too.
Yeah, so everything surrounding the movie has been more fun and entertaining than the movie.
Ooh.
This is a disaster. This doesn't end though. We just listed what Sony's got coming up the rest of this year. It's not over.
I mean, not even I would watch this film. I'm sorry, not even I'm interested. No.
Listen, if I hadn't made the deal with Dre, I would have just passed on it because I didn't even do a review on it. When all the other major Fellowship reviewers have already dropped their reviews, and I diddled for a day. I thought about it. Am I gonna do this? Am I gonna do this? Am I gonna make this review?
You
Or am I
diddled?
just gonna?
Yeah.
I diddled a little bit, just a little bit. Premature diddlation.
Gotta dilly dally.
I diddled around.
Oh
Listen,
God.
hey, don't
You
question.
do this to
Don't
yourself.
don't question my verbiage. It makes sense in my weird brain. All right. Anywho, I chose not to do anything else except today, and because it's not even important in the end. Making fun of it has been more important than this movie. It's over. It's done. In another month, it's going to become an anecdote in talking about 2024. That's what this will be. That it doesn't have any lasting impact. It doesn't even have any lasting anger. None of us are angry who saw it. We're just going. At least I'm not angry. I just go, wow, this was just dumb. I don't hate this movie. I just feel like it was just a waste of time. I mean, some people are way more. Some people are angry.
And some people are refusing to make reviews on it because it's not nice to criticize movies. It's hard making movies.
No, it isn't.
Let me tell you something. If I, as a patron, spent my hard-earned money, you best believe I have every right to say whatever I want with what I just paid for. The principle remains the same. If I go to a restaurant, I paid my hard-earned money, and that steak tastes like human, we're going to have ourselves a problem.
Wait, you know what human tastes like?
This isn't about me, Adam. This is about me.
I thought
It
Derby was
doesn't
the only
fit.
cannibal around us.
Hey,
Great.
Wow.
It should be like that Brooklyn vampire in the streets. So, I mean, but it is what it is. I always find it very odd when we're like, oh, it's not okay. Absolutely, it's okay, especially if I'm a patron. If I'm a patron, I have every right to say what I want to say. You cannot
You
tell
buy
me.
the right.
Yes, I give you my money. Oh, you best believe it. And so these people are insane that you can't say nothing. Dumb.
But we're going to keep saying things about all these things because guess what? It's our job. It's part, at least it's my job. You guys just kind of are along for the ride sometimes. But it's our purpose. It's to shine a light on all this garbage. And that is why I have no problem saying that even though the Deadpool trailer that we got, I wouldn't even say on the Super Bowl because they sent everybody to a link to go watch it. It wasn't the worst thing ever.
No.
But it wasn't the greatest thing ever either, because if you watch it, and we're not going to watch it because they will. Well, actually, no, they won't. No, I'm sorry. It was the Godzilla trailer that I couldn't get up. I tried doing a reaction to the Godzilla trailer. Man, I tried for 2 hours to run the algorithmic gauntlet on that one. Couldn't get it through. Could not get it through. So I just nixed it by the time I got to one day. But Deadpool, it was Disney. But so we're not going to do it. We're not going to watch because at this point it's a week old. Doesn't matter. But let's go through it. Let's ask everybody. I'm going to ask everybody how you felt about watching it. So, Jed, how do you feel about the Deadpool trailer from last week?
I'm very conflicted on it, and I think that's what I've seen most people's reaction to it is there are some good moments. Like, I laughed at the pegging joke. I'm going to be honest. I did smile at that, and the jokes with the toupee. There were some funny aspects to it, but there's that overarching dread of seeing that it's Disney, seeing the TVA involved. You're gonna have to watch both seasons of Loki just to understand this. It's multiverse, which I have big problems with. We're upgrading from the nonsensical time travel rules of Deadpool 2 to nonsensical multiverse rules from Deadpool 3. I hope they're going in the route of kill the Marvel Universe. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, but I doubt.
I don't think they're that brave.
They're not that brave.
They're not that brave.
So it's probably just going to be a multiverse hopping journey with Deadpool and Wolverine, and ultimately have
a variation of Wolverine, because there's apparently going to be multiple Wolverines, including Patch Wolverine and a couple others, and then we finally get the
I want Dougray Scott. I want Dougray Scott to play one of the Wolverines in the universe.
Would that be would that be some sort of cosmic justice for him?
A little bit, yeah. I think it would be kind of funny. Kind of in the same vein that as much as the Flash movie was terrible, seeing Nicolas Cage as Superman was hilariously bad. Like, there was an entertainment value.
For those that don't understand, Dougray Scott was originally offered the role of Wolverine in the 90s, and he turned it down because this isn't going to do anything for my career. And then it went to Hugh Jackman, and it made Hugh Jackman a household name. So,
yeah, he chose Mission Impossible 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
X-Men.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was his big career move.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
and then he ended up on Batgirl.
He did. There's just a lot of Loki in this trailer. We even see the end of the universe where what's his bucket? He Who Remains was staying with that purple fart monster eating people. That was in the trailer. Like, this is very heavily Loki.
And it's like probably the only F-bomb in the movie.
Probably. It's barely going to be rated R if it is, just to appease the fans, but keep the family-friendly aspect. But yeah, I would predict it's the best thing we've seen in Marvel since Guardians 3, but it won't be anything memorable. It's not going to be a film that people rewatch. Like, even the first two Deadpools, it's going to be a footnote in the demise of Disney and the MCU. So not any high hopes from me.
Yeah. Dre?
Yeah, so when I first watched the trailer, I enjoyed it for the most part. Like Jed, when I saw the TVA, my heart sunk because I'm not into any of that. Anything to do with the TVA, anything to do with any of these Disney Plus shows, I immediately roll my eyes. I saw I'm here for the cameos. I'll be as honest as I possibly.
It's going to be a cameo fest.
I know this film is going to, like you said, it's going to be a footnote. It's not going to be, this is what saves the MC. No, this is going to be a standalone. It's going to make a buttload of money, but it's not going to carry, the momentum is not going to carry on forward. Just like Guardians. Guardians 3 made some decent money and people enjoyed it, but did not carry momentum further into the year. This is going to be one of those movies. And when I saw the trailer, that's the feeling I got. Am I going to be excited to see Hugh Jackman again? Absolutely, 110%. There was a Pyro cameo in there, so I was happy to see him. So that's very good. I see random goons that's going to be sliced up and brutally murdered. Okay, cool. I'm just here for all the callbacks and references and homages to 20th Century Fox. This movie is going to do gangbusters, but this is not going to do anything for the MCU. And,
all right, there's...
go ahead, Adam. Go ahead.
No, there's my question. I want to ask you that question before you go too far away from it. Deadpool 1 made $781 million on its extremely low budget. That movie made money.
Oh yeah.
Deadpool 2 had a slightly higher budget, just over $100 million. It made $786 million.
Yeah.
Still made money.
Oh, yeah.
So it is not out of the realm of possibility that Deadpool 3 can break $700 million. It's doable.
I think
it's
that's
the budget that's the problem.
I think that's going to be a given.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the budget is going to be $200
So there's
million.
my question. The budget, and I've said this before, minimum $200 million, more likely $250, and then slap on another $100 million for marketing, because they are going to pimp the hell out of this over the next 7 months.
100%.
Well, yeah, just the major cameos are going to cost them a lot of money. I can't imagine how much Hugh Jackman costs.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
and that's the thing. The Brinks truck that was backed up at Hugh Jackman's house.
Especially because 2 Brinks trucks, because remember, they had to stop shooting for the strike.
That's
and
true.
all his gains to get back in the shape went away. So he had to go back and do it all again to get in shape. Now, Ryan Reynolds is kind of always in shape because he's younger.
It's more lean shape, so it's easier to maintain.
Yeah, but Hugh Jackman has to put on that Wolverine bulk for at least for his portrayal of Wolverine. And get ripped for it.
Well, while you're mentioning that, just real fast, the writer's strike, even before the writer's strike came out, the worst news possible for Deadpool 3 had already come out. Ryan Reynolds wasn't allowed to improvise on set.
Yeah, I remember
that's a death sentence to a Deadpool film. That's it for me.
I mean,
that was the moment I knew.
Did they walk that back though, or did they?
And they stuck with. They stuck with it. Even with the writer strike, before the writer strike, he wasn't allowed to improvise. After the writer strike, while they were still filming, he wasn't allowed to. Like, it was pretty much permanent. You followed the script, Ryan. That's it.
And that's why I saw today that he has a writing credit, so maybe he was able to try and
but
circumvent that a little bit. But it's still it's not right. But the question is though, if this movie costs likely in total over $300 million, we're looking at another almost $1 billion break even. Dre, does it get to $1 billion? If the first two movies,
this movie can make $1 billion, but by not because of the quality of the film. I think the nostalgia alone is going to draw people, just like No Way Home. It's a No Way Home situation.
Okay.
The nostalgia is going to drive everybody to the theater. Everybody wants to see Hugh Jackman again. That's a huge selling point for this.
Hugh Jackman in the super suit.
Yes.
Possibly a mask.
Yes. Everyone and their grandmama has been waiting for that for 24 years. Okay. So that's going to be a major driving force. And I think everybody's there for the member berries. Everyone's going to be there for the member berries. Everybody wants to see if Halle Berry is going to show up, if Elektra is going to show up, if
Jennifer Garner's in this. I'm pretty
Jennifer
sure.
Garner's Elektra. You know, Ben Affleck's Daredevil. Like people are interested in seeing if all these 20th Century Fox folks show up as cameos in this. People are excited about that aspect of just seeing. Quite frankly, I can't believe I'm saying this. A much better era of film.
I know. I have a lot of issues with the Fox era of X-Men.
Oh yeah,
a lot of issues.
A
lot.
Plenty.
All right. Quick question.
So I think this movie can break it or get close to it. That's my.
But it's still just even if it gets there, it's still just going to break even or maybe make $100 million.
Maybe enough to, as you say, buy somebody a sandwich.
Yeah.
Like you said, like if this show said let's just be fair. Let's just say it's $300 million. After marketing, let's just say $300 million after marketing. So you're staring down the barrel of 750 to justify its existence, kind of. I think it will get that, and maybe some more. I mean, but that's just being generous. That's being generous with $300 million.
Yeah.
That's being generous. So it had in order to justify its existence with $300 million, it has to make, well, as far as the studio is concerned, $1 billion. Okay, as far as the studio's concerned, $1 billion, but
Yeah.
rationally, $800 to $850 million.
I think that's a reasonable thing. I think this will make about the same as the first two movies because that's the audiences that's going to show up with maybe a little more. Here's where you maybe get that extra $100 million to $200 million. You get the people that are showing up for, like you said, the nostalgia of the Fox X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
But because the original, and here's the problem: Deadpool 1, great movie. Have it on my shelf right
Love
there.
it.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a perfect little movie. Deadpool 2, I saw it once. I never want to see it again.
It was
I don't-
okay.
I don't care. I don't care if they actually got Juggernaut right. It's the only movie
They
that
did.
got Juggernaut right.
They did. They got
But
Juggernaut right,
I
man.
don't enjoy it because it all felt forced. I hated that kid, and I hated the whole concept of the movie. And then like just said, the iffy time travel rules jumping back and forth. It kind of sucked the fun out of it for me. They tried too hard.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I get you get no arguments from me. I thought that movie was immensely inferior to the first film. That was my feelings. The only thing that I liked was Cable's depiction. I thought Cable was really cool. Josh Brolin really brought Cable to life. Outside of that, Fire Fist was garbage.
Domino.
What they did with Domino, I didn't like at all. There's so much of that movie I did not like. Now Ryan Reynolds was perfect as Daredevil.
We take him out of the equation. He gets taken out of the
he was
equation.
perfect and all that other good stuff.
I'm definitely in the minority where I like a lot of Deadpool 2. I love what he does with the X-Force, Brad Pitt's cameo, and the time travel stuff is all worth it for me for the end credit scene where we see him kill and Brighton.
I have a
Green
friend
Lantern
who come and kill you. I mean,
It's goofy.
It's
that's
goofy.
Fine. And I'm saying, like,
but I just don't
think
like
it's a
it
bad
enough to
movie.
own it. You know?
Yeah. I don't think it's a bad movie, but I just feel like compared to the first film, that felt organic. It felt like organic, and the second one felt like Adam said perfectly. This felt forced. It felt like we have to up the ante somehow.
And also, there were like a few forced political jokes in there of the time that were just like, why? I can watch Deadpool 1 at any moment and feel like it's anywhere at any time. But then when you force in some in the moment political jokes, it blows up my suspension of disbelief. And that's what pulls me out of it. And that's one of the reasons I don't like, because some of the jokes are too current day, to use the phrase properly. That's a problem. In the end, as far as how I feel about the Deadpool 3, I'm pretty much on the same level line that you guys are. It's going to find success, but you look at that trailer, it's a spoof trailer. It's spoofing the MCU. And he says, "I'm Marvel Jesus. Yeah. I'm gonna kick up your cinematic universe." It's not taking the MCU seriously,
and nor should it.
And that's why it's going to work.
Yeah, and that's why I appreciate it, and I will be there day one without question.
Well,
I will
notice all the Avengers footage they used when the TVA was showing him.
It's real MCU.
Yeah, mostly Age of Ultron, Civil War footage. Nothing from Phase 4 or 5 that I saw, at least.
Because it's garbage, and everyone knows it's garbage. Disney knows it's garbage. My mom knows it's garbage.
Oh, but one of my favorite Star Wars stan cuck simp on X Twitter recently said that MCU phases 4 and 5 are the best ever. They are the best.
They're trolling.
That dude.
They're trolling.
No. The dude is broke. There's something wrong with that weirdo. Something seriously wrong with the dude. He thinks all his followers on X Twitter are his real life friends.
Oh.
Yeah, Parasocial doesn't really fully cover this guy. It sounds like.
Yeah. But all right. So Deadpool 3, it's going to be an outlier.
Agreed.
And what I love more, as I mentioned this earlier in the stream, what I love is the post reactions of the trailer. Here we go. We just gave you a level-headed, objective versus subjective breakdown of the trailer. We subjectively like things, but we understand objectively that this movie is not the savior of the MCU, and it's not going to be everything we ever wanted for this kind of stuff. But there are those out there, and I made a video on it this week. It's the only video I said like earlier that got traction this week. it is triggered the She-Hulk stands.
Oh, yeah.
It's triggered the She-Hulk stands. Real quick, Jay Fraser 360 for 10 pounds. Deadpool 3 can be the Spider-Man No Way Home for Fox's X-Men. It won't save the MCU, but it will pay homage to the older characters and films before closing the chapter. Also, Channing Tatum as Gambit. I don't think that's going to happen. That movie never got off the ground, so I don't think he never actually.
If that is going to happen, I mean, there was rumors he'll have a cameo. If anything, I think he'll probably be with Patch in some place playing card games. I think as a cameo, maybe. And I think that will be it. I mean, I would like to see Channing Tatum do something other than strip on TV. So, I mean,
I'm not a big Channing Tatum guy, so I don't really care. And honestly, I don't have a lot of love for Gambit because he takes Rogue from me, so he can go to hell.
Well, not anymore.
Oh, we're gonna get there. Oh, that's next. You see, guys, we're gonna seamlessly.
Yeah, a large portion of Rogue is missing.
Yes, it is, and I have the evidence. I did find that evidence. But all right, yeah. So, I don't know if they're gonna get Channing Tatum. If they are, they've kept that one under wraps pretty well. Every other cameo is pretty much leaked. So if he isn't going to be in there, they've kept that one under wraps pretty well. But yeah, that's well put, Jay Fraser. It's going to give people that nostalgic final page to the Fox X-Men, which are done. They're not coming back. It's MCU or nothing at this point. And it will be nice. I wonder, are we going to see Sir Patrick and Sir Ian? Are we going to see them? I don't know.
That'd be nice.
I don't know.
I think Ian has some self-respect, but Patrick sure as hell doesn't.
Sir Patrick, he'll. I mean, listen,
he'll show up if they asked him.
I have a love-hate relationship with Sir Patrick at this point in my life. He'll take a paycheck for anything.
Oh yes, he will.
He'll show up. I mean, look at Doctor Strange mom. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
All I gotta say.
Oh God, I forgot about that movie.
Yep. All right, so thank you, Jay Fraser, for the 10 pounds. But the beautiful thing has been the aftermath of Deadpool 3, where these people who, and this is where the fake stands and the fans show up. And I'm going to say that. Fake fans, stands. Got a problem with it, catch up for 3 years. We call them stands for a reason. Not because they're obsessive and know everything, but because they're obsessive and they know nothing. That's the new definition. They only know the new thing, and they think they're actually a fan, but no, they're a stan. They're a fake fan. It all comes together. Talking about how Jennifer Walters was done dirty because everybody's accepting Deadpool's fourth wall breaking. Everybody's accepting everything Deadpool's doing, but she did it first in She-Hulk, guys. I don't know. I thought 2 movies came out before She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
Yeah, I'm remembering something that might have come out before that.
Yeah. So it doesn't.
It's not like wild. Fourth wall breaking was created by Deadpool either. No. I mean, there's a musical I love from back in the 50s called Happiest Millionaire. There's a fourth wall breaking character in that.
I didn't know you loved that movie. We have to do that.
I love it. It's on my list for driving.
I just watched it.
Did you?
Over the summer?
I adore that film.
That was my go-to movie as a kid. I used to rent it all the time. I loved it. It still holds up.
Oh, absolutely.
Beautiful movie. And I love that movie. First appearance of Leslie Ann Warren. That's her first movie.
Is it?
Yes, that is her. That is.
We don't have time to talk about good stuff. How dare you enjoy yourself?
That's when Disney was Disney.
I know. It was a great
Leslie
Disney
Ann Warren.
movie.
Oh, it is. That is a glorious movie.
The Irish butler. He fourth wall break the entire movie.
When I was sick over the summer, it's one of the movies I managed to get my hands on that helped me when I was just sitting here like this, and I watched it, and it kept me in a very calm place because it took me back.
Well, I do have a list of drive-in movies I want to do, and that's on it. So I'll push it to the top then.
I love that movie. And here's the problem. You know how much a DVD of that costs right now? Over $100.
What?
That movie,
I didn't know it was popular.
Oh, it's a cult thing. That thing. I mean, I have a digital copy that's beautiful.
Yeah, I have a digital one too.
Because I'm not spending. Oh, I love myself. I'm not for a DVD print that it was printed over a decade ago for pressing for that. I ain't paying that because it's probably gonna be shit. I'm gonna stick with the digital copy I have. Oh yeah. Oh, Happy Smiler. I love that movie. Jed, This is why we're life partners. This is why we're life partners. Okay, so the stands, they don't get it. They spent 2 days whining and crying over this. I made a little money on it. Great for me. But they tried to use Deadpool to run for cover for some stuff. Most specifically, X-Men 97. In the dead of night, Disney made a bunch of announcements for stuff, and among them, X-Men 97. Listen, this thing had DOA written all over it months ago when the creator shot his mouth off. But now we've got the trailer. Let's watch the trailer because it is Disney and they will let us watch it without a problem. Have we all seen this?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll go through it anyway because I've watched reactions and I have the exact opposite reactions of a lot of people having it. Let's get into this. Let's start this. Here's a clip from the original, and they try to get you all nostalgic with old school paraphernalia here.
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listings.
I'm grateful to have the chance to say goodbye.
Here's my waifu. Here's my 90s waifu. Just put a Genoshan collar on her or make it a bracelet and everything's fine. Everything is fine. You can
Adam,
have
she doesn't want you anymore.
Shut up.
It's over.
Shut up. Shut up.
X-Men.
Fate lies in our hands now. Now.
All right. The Daily Bugle. Okay. They're trying to get you wrapped in because remember, X-Men Animated Universe and Spider-Man Animated Series, same universe, same continuity.
Yep. So they have the rights to the Daily Bugle.
Yes, they do. They do. It's because they own this stuff. Now, this animation is dog shit. It's dog shit. I hate it. It's
okay.
All right.
This is what I'll say.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the animation personally because I think they're trying to do homage to the old Xerox art style.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what is trying to be done here. So I don't really have too much of an issue with the art, but I get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying. A couple other people in the art community that I spoke to, that some had a problem with it and some agree with me, but it's gonna be.
It's jarring to me because there's no fluidity to it.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right. So let's keep going.
Have to stay vigilant. The professor entrusted us with his dream.
Look at that. I mean, we're going to come back to this particular clip right here. This is the frame, the screen cap that the fake fans are running with on X Twitter.
Yeah, I've seen that. Why they keep using this image? I'm confused.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
We'll bring it up. I'll bring it up. Let's get through the trailer and then we'll get into it.
I remember now.
Yeah.
No matter how dark it is, we must believe in each other.
All right, so they're building up to bring the theme. They're building up for the theme, and that the earwig theme, that theme that defined all our childhoods back then.
Yes.
It brings the feels, to say the least.
Agreed.
We get this done by working together as a team.
Jeez, Bub, keep buzzing in my ear.
I don't like it. Let me be clear.
Is that a toothpick or a cigarette?
It's a toothpick.
Oh, he's not gonna smoke. I guarantee it.
Heck
no. And also, Wolverine smokes cigars. Anyway.
Yes, he does. Yeah. So I don't like the new voice actor for Wolverine.
Yeah, and it is a new voice actor. That is not. Some people are going, that's the voice actor. No. That is not the same voice actor.
No, it's not.
No, it is not.
I don't know who it is. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Mm-hmm.
What Wolverine sounds like.
And you could feel, oh, look, he called him Bub. All right, listen, first of all, he never says Bub to Cyclops. That's Bubba's reserved for other things. He has other pet names for Cyclops. Cyclops.
Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Psych.
Yeah.
Who wrote this?
Did
they watch the show?
Bad right? No, they didn't. They didn't. Oops. Oh, sorry, Dragon Lady. My house is over there. I was trying to click on hello. Welcome back.
That's all right.
All right. Well, let's go back. We got Storm.
With the same haircut she had in Apocalypse.
Now, here's the thing. Does Storm have a canonically mohawk? Yes. But that's not even a mohawk. The mohawk that she had canonically is high and tight.
And from the Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah, and it's very slim. It's not into a flowing mane ponytail and going back and forth. This is it's low grade SJW haircut is what this is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Agreed.
Yeah.
Gotta have the side shave.
Yeah, they think they're clever. Look, she had a mohawk once. Aren't you happy, nerds? No, because I see what this is. I am not fooled. Oh, all right. Look at this scene here. Look at the way Jubilee is moving. She was. That's why I hate this animation. This animation is stiff. There's no fluidity to it. This is 2024, where animation has evolved to be very beautiful. And this is what you're shitting out?
Oh, animation hasn't been beautiful in years.
Yeah, I know, but the technology is still there.
The technology is there, yeah, but they refuse to use it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, what did they do to my girl?
Perfect freeze frame.
Where are her lady bits?
Drink that in.
And I guarantee she's not going to have her Southern Belle accent anymore.
Come on, they can't do that.
I don't know. Let me go back
that accent's fetishized, so.
Well, first of all, I tried to stop it here. That was now, according to our good friend, Mr. Bug, one of my fellow ball busters, this Jean Grey that's pregnant, according to a toy release earlier in the year, it's just a Jean Grey clone.
Okay, so they're still doing that. Okay.
So she's got Scott has knocked up Jean Grey clone. It's not even real Jean. It's Jean Grey.
But but that doesn't make any sense.
It's a Mr. Sinister clone.
Wait a minute. Back up.
He's the villain in this too. They're Mr. Sinister is going to be the villain.
Okay, that's all fine and good, but that wouldn't make sense from where the story left off in the animated series. That
I know, dude, you're thinking too hard. You don't do it. So that's not even Jean Grey, and they're going to have this and that, and then we have now. Let's go back to here. Let's get it. See if we can catch a good VA moment of Rogue here. Everybody quiet. Heads up. All right, that's not enough, but I guarantee that's not now.
That doesn't sound Southern.
That didn't sound like the Southern Belle, Hugo. Didn't sound like it. Here we go. Here they're gonna be fighting some Sentinels now. Notice this lack thereof. We're gonna come back to this. There's a bit. I have the screen caps ready to go. Here they're fighting Sentinels. Yeah, remember Sentinels? Remember Sentinels?
I remember.
Stop right here. Dre, you know where I'm going with this.
Oh,
the minute I saw this, I lost my shit because, first of all, they don't get along. Gambit and Wolverine do not get along. Secondly, this combo move is impossible. Does he want to blow up Wolverine's claws? Dre, explain Gambit's powers for those who may not be in the know.
Exactly. So I made a video on this week because I had to break this down for the uninitiated. All right. So Gambit uses kinetic energy to make things explode or to charge. So anything he chooses to charge will explode upon usually contact with any other physical object. Yeah. So this does not work in two different ways. One, the adamantium skeleton may not blow up. That might be one thing. Two, let's just say it does.
And it's not, you realize what Dre is saying here. If he's doing that, the claws connect to his skeleton.
That's correct.
His entire body
he should be glowing.
Yes. So either his entire Adam's correct. Either his entire body is now explosive. 2, his claws are going to explode, which will be unpleasant for everybody. Or 3, which will probably be the more likely use, is he comes in contact with something, it blows up, and he flies across the Atlantic.
One of my favorite phrases. That's not how it works.
That's not how it works. It looks cool. Let me be clear. When I saw this on the trailer, I said, hey, that looks cool. Don't make sense, but it looks cool. And if they were going for a cool look, they got me. I like it. It looks cool. But under no circumstance does it work functionally. I'm actually very curious to see how this is going to work, or maybe this just might be some trailer fodder. But if they actually have this in the show, I will make a full documentary on why that does not work.
Dre, you know what would be cooler? Fastball special.
Oh, yes.
I would like that a lot. Is Colossus even in this show?
He's in this universe. We know he exists. He never actually joined the team in this iteration. They had a couple arcs with him.
Yeah, cameos.
Yeah. And so is Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's there too. I mean, so see, that's the thing. You had a chance to pick up where this left off and then maybe take it in an even more traditional route. Why not put us on an adventure with Wolverine and Nightcrawler and Colossus? That old trio going on an adventure. Man, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. But no, because now
masculine.
Yeah, and of course, remember Nightcrawler. Now he's the product of of Mystique turning into a man and giving it to another lesbian woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's Nightcrawler's origins now. I know we killed Dre a little bit with that one, so let's finish this up.
To me, my X-Men.
I gotta go back real quick. Hold on, let's go back real quick. Take a look at Morph. Right there. We're gonna come back to Morph in a minute.
I'm surprised they still called it X-Men with how much, Victoria loves.
They had to. Nostalgia. They had to do it for the nostalgia bait. They had to.
If they called it X people, I promise you, no one's coming.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're talking about calling the X-Men movie Mutants, so they could have done Mutants.
Please do it.
Magneto.
Oh my God! Oh my!
No!
God.
What the hell have they done to my man?
What is this? What is this?
What have they done to my man? No! Remove that image.
No, burn it into your memory. This animation is, I said it before, I'm going to say it again. I said it in this entire breakdown. This animation is dog shit.
Dragon Lady, your man is gone.
My eyes. Ow.
He's gone.
Dog shit.
He looks like a vampire that preys on teenage boys.
Now, look at this.
Probably right.
This is terrible.
Will and testament of Charles Xavier.
Look at her covering her baby belly.
It's so weird.
What is it with the character designs in this? The character designs just look so off.
Everything is off. Everything is off. What is Jubilee doing?
I don't know.
What's she gonna do? Hadouken?
I guess she's Asian, so they're doing Asian things with her. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here.
Nobody knows.
And
we know what's going on. Agenda's going on. That's what's going on.
I mean, of course, obviously, a whole lot of agenda-driven nonsense. But good Lord, they got Jean with the baby belly up front. What are we doing with ourselves, people?
Yeah.
What?
Why? Hey! Why Storm got to be in the back?
Because she's black.
Why Storm gonna be in the back? Huh?
And the other black guy's in the back too.
Yeah. Why Bishop got to be in the black?
Back there.
Be in the black.
Keep them colors back there. Yeah, I know.
Keep them in that back of the bus where they belong.
Yeah.
It's
Black History Month.
Everything he
Keep it
built
back there.
now belongs to me.
All right. There's a reason it's on Disney Plus because they ain't gonna make no money. No one's gonna buy this shit. No. So that's a disaster. That is everything wrong with it. But it gets worse. It gets so much worse because the agenda is on full display with this. Here come the stands. These accounts that have been created out of nowhere, seemingly, to try and tell you that us real fans, that we don't understand X-Men. To all those worried about X-Men 97 being too woke, I have a very important message for you. You're the bad guys in the trailer, not the cool ones. You're the shitty, ignorant racists in the background. This is you. This is what is
gayest geek buddy.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
I hang out with berries and ponies.
Oh, he's a brony. He's a furry. He's a he, him, they, that. How many freaking pronouns can you cram into your bio?
They used
and he's a child, it looks like.
Look at, I mean,
the
this
gayest
is
geek buddy. What does that mean? Does anybody know what that means?
No, no idea.
Probably gets a career on Pornhub, maybe? I don't know. What?
Oh, most definitely. It's some unspeakable evil going
like,
on in his background channel.
But
Twig and berries?
Oh,
he likes berries?
I don't want to think about this. Hey, we're a family show. We're a family show.
Since when?
But you look at this statement, and this is the same thing. This is why I brought up the She-Hulk stuff when we talked about Deadpool a while ago. These are the same exact people who are going to grab a freeze frame from something new and claim they're the experts on this, while those of us who were there first, Dre and I were there first, tell us that we're not the fans, that we're the ones that don't get it. Go fuck yourself. They're going to try and twist this in about what? About 22 days, 21 days, give or take, the missing days in February. We get this, March 20th. When this comes out, there's going to be, I'm not touching this one. I don't deal with, this is not
I'm touching it.
I wait into. Oh, you're going to touch it all night long?
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, so we're going to lean on you. We're going to lean on you that weekend for this. Now, I don't know if this is batch drop or weekly. We're going to find out.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. They didn't announce
Disney tends to do weekly, so you may get about a month or two of content out of this, Dre.
Well, it depends on if they're confident in it. With Echo, they just threw that whole thing out at once.
True.
So.
Jesus Christ, and thank the Lord.
True. But they're gonna, in about a little under a month's time, this is gonna flare up, and there's gonna be a serious trench war on social media over this. And if I'm hurting for content, I may break down and cover this just because it might be too good to pass up. But right now, I'm not leaning towards doing this because I will be still working on Halo 2. I'll be done with Avatar by then. And I think, I'll be getting ready for Fallout. So I'm going to have things I actually want to talk about, then get into a race baiting conversation over X-Men.
And that's all this is going to be.
That's the problem.
Yeah, and when you brought this up, it reminded me of another one that I saw about. I think they might have used the same image. They might use a different one, but they were like, oh, X-Men has always been woke or something to that nature. And I just sat there for a second.
Bullshit.
I'm like, you people are really insane. And I said, and I remember saying to myself, I'm like, so are they going to be pushing Judeo-Christian values like the original one did?
No, probably not.
Is that going to happen?
I mean, Jed, it's the same people that say Doctor Who was always woke. It's the same people.
Oh, yeah. The same people who can't tell the difference between social commentary, like classic Star Trek, and political commentary.
I mean, they're rolling out Stan Lee clips right now, trying to from when he was in his dementia phase. They're trying to roll that shit out and use that as claiming, oh, look, Stan Lee says this bullshit. But then this is the first part. You got they're lining up their Stan Brigade to march for this. And then there's this.
Oh, boy.
Morph is non-binary. This is a lighter take on the character who is non-binary and has an interesting buddy relationship with Wolverine. I bet he wants a buddy relationship.
He was created to die on the show. That was the whole flipping point of his character.
First episode. Morph!
And here's my issue with a lot of this. And first of all, let me be as clear as I possibly can. To this day, I'm sorry, Adam, please. I'm sorry.
I just had a question to Dre. Why does he look like Chameleon?
That's a very good question. That's a very good question. Why does he look like Chameleon? I actually like that character.
Yeah, why does he look like Chameleon?
I don't know what's going on here.
I can take your point.
These people, but my thing is this. This is, and I don't know, and I don't think I ever will. I don't know what non-binary means. I'm not going to sit there and pretend like I do.
Dude,
I'm not
we
going to
none of us
pretend.
know. We don't know.
I don't know. I'm not even going to touch it. Here's my problem.
They want you to touch it, though.
Oh, they do. I guess. Whatever. This statement here. This is a lighter take on the character. Let me stop you right there. Morph, first of all, was supposed to die in season 1, but there was a clamoring for his return, and that's why he came back in season 3. And this man had the worst PTSD I have ever seen in the history of all animation.
Yeah.
Okay. Then he was tortured by Mr. Sinister. Tortured by Mr. Sinister. Then was sent to go and disrupt the X-Men, and then had to come to grips with being okay with the fact that he was left behind. This is not a character that has a light story.
Mm-hmm.
When you then say we're continuing from where we left off decades ago, and now everything is hunky-dory, you have no respect for your source material.
Exactly.
But Dre,
none.
Diversity, equity, inclusion
means cock all.
That's the only reason why they're doing it.
Because he's the only one that they can morph into what they want.
And
well,
at
least when it comes to non-binary.
Yeah.
Why is everyone that transforms got to be some type of freaky deaky? Am I
Because
missing something?
like Mystique?
Because
I've been wondering that.
That's
I've been wondering that for ages.
Because they sure as hell can't say that Rogue is non-binary, but they're going to try hard as hell to do it because we went from this, and this is a weird thing because the only one I could find, to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something's missing there.
I mean,
geez, definitely something.
Oh, I guarantee you that this morph thing isn't just for. He's not the only one. I don't know. I don't know the character,
I bet
but
the farm on it.
I
bet the farm.
I bet you Rogue's gonna be a flat-butted lesbian.
She is a flat-butted. Look, it's gone.
Flat-butted lesbian.
I mean, here's the thing, dude. When I was a teenager watching this, my God, did she stir my hormones? She lit them on fire when I was a kid. And then when I went to the comics after getting acquainted with animated series, which really I was talking about this on I think Ballbusters on Friday. I was tangentially into X-Men. I would check out one here and there, but this is what got me actually getting more into it, and knowing what was going on and checking out trade paperbacks and stuff like that. And to go from this and then to go open up the comic book and Drake, they actually look like their comic book counterparts.
Yeah,
I mean, you open it up and that was Rogue in the comics at the time in the 90s. You know, Savage Rogue and all that glorious stuff. I mean, everything. She sex sells, and Rogue was the sexiest X-Men out there for me in my teenage. And to watch her moving around like this in the page, it was glorious. My teenage me was just lust-filled for Rogue.
Oh yeah.
And here we go now. They've stripped her of her sexuality. That's part of Rogue, and that's part of Rogue's thing. She is a hypersexual character that can't touch you.
That's
because she'll kill you.
That's the point. See, Adam, this is why these people need to stop what they're doing. Mm-hmm. The point of her being the sexiest character is that you cannot touch her. That was the point. And she's a sexy Southern belle, making some sweet tea and all that other great stuff.
Oh, she's gonna sweet tea all over me, man.
And you can't touch her, which was the whole running gag between her and Gambit. That was the whole thing. How he's like, I don't care, Cher. Give me one touch. And because he didn't give a crap. He was like, I'm going in. And he was
I will make that special Genosian condom.
Thank you. And he was us. He was like, because we were there.
I was ready to risk it.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Cancel Christmas. I'm going in. But that was the point. And the fact that she had all this, like, even though she's the hottest, sexiest person in the show, she had so much mental anxiety because she wanted to connect with somebody, but she couldn't. Now you're going to take that away from us?
She's a hero.
You don't understand.
She's a hero because she gets rid of Miss Marvel. Where's Rogue to get rid of Carol Danvers now? That's what I want to ask. Where's that? And another thing. No, Ariel. This whole thing. This is no. No, I showed you the Fallout shot. We've seen the shots. Her boobs are gone. They took away her boobs.
Yeah.
She was a D cup in the animated series, and now she's barely a B.
I got more kitty meat than she does now.
They care more about making this guy a sexual character than the actual sexual character that has a story surrounding her sexuality.
Oh, they're gonna make a story around more non-binaryism.
I guarantee.
There's gonna be a whole episode dedicated to him coming to terms with the fact that he's a they/them now.
Even though
grappling.
Forever. Whatever, man. I don't get this weird, freaky, geeky stuff. I don't get it.
This show is DOA.
Agreed.
And Dre, I hope you make all kinds of wonderful content on this.
Oh, I will make content of it, and
I hope you
I'm gonna be pained the whole way through.
And you're gonna regale us with it every week as long as it's going. Because
I'm hoping it's I hope they do like 5 episodes one week and 5 episodes another week. I'm hoping it's because they're 20 minutes.
Yeah,
20 minutes each. So why?
How many are there? I bet there's 10. I think it's 10 or 12.
I thought it was 10. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10 episodes. So I'm hoping they do I'm pretty sure at least first week, there's gonna be 2 episodes. I'm fairly certain they're gonna do 2 episodes the first week. So hopefully they drop 5 and then 5.
Yeah. So this thing is it's a disaster for them. It's great for us because it just proves all our points. And I'm more interested in the stories that are going to crop up around this when it happens in the actual story. Just like with we were talking about Sony, the stories surrounding this are going to end up being more interesting than the actual show. Because we're going to, once again, fake fans, Stan, SJW, woke tart intersectionalists are going to be on full display trying to say that we're what's wrong because we hate it. Because, did you expect it to be the same thing? Well, they kind of call it X-Men 97, so you kind of think maybe it's going to be a real continuation, but no, it isn't. No, it's not.
It's being sold as a continuation, and literally is saying, "Hey, remember when Xavier left to go be healed? Yeah, I remember that."
Oh no, they put him in the ground there. Remember? They're not even getting that right. Apparently, we saw a burial scene where they're putting a casket in the ground.
Yeah, he did.
They killed him in this one. Looks like. We'll confirm it when it comes out.
Wait, but that's not what happens.
I know that's not what happened. He went off to the Shire to get healed.
Yeah.
Are they pretending to have a funeral?
Oh no. We'll see.
Jesus Christ.
We'll see. I think I also listen. It's going to be a glorious disaster, and we are going to cover it every which way possible, just like I would cover Rogue every which way possible. All right. Yeah, I had to get one more in there. Just like I want to get one more. Okay. But that wasn't everything, because on top of everything, we have one more MCU announcement. That's right. The Fantastic Four are here, guys.
Oh, God.
It's going into production. It's going to be released next July.
And they haven't even started filming yet. There's no way it's going to come out in time.
And apparently they're going to cast Doctor Doom once it's already filming. Then they're going to cast Doctor Doom.
We're not dealing with smart people.
Here's your Fantastic Four.
I'll give them Vanessa Kirby. I would give them.
I don't know her from.
I've seen her in a lot. She's got a really vibrant personality, and she's very likable in what I've seen her in.
Jed, let's tell the truth and not shame the devil. She's a sexy white lady. Okay.
She is a very sexy white lady.
Well, from this angle, she's not doing it for me from this angle. She's not doing it for me from this angle. That's not a good picture.
Yeah.
And I said so in my video. I said I don't know who she is.
At least
she looks the part. But the problem is for me, I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
And you're not selling me on the casting because you're already not selling with Internet Daddy. You're not selling me on Internet Daddy Pedro. That is
the problem. Is Reed Richards is an intelligent character. Pedro Pascal cannot come across as even basically intelligent.
No,
he's going to be the moron, and she's going to be the scientist and way smarter, and he's just along for the ride.
Jed, you remember the early reports of all the current A-list actors who passed up on this role, like Adam Driver and others, because they got a look at what was then the script, and they saw that Sue Storm was going to be Wayman's in charge.
Yep.
And they thought, well, hey, I'm not going to get spaghetti like the last guy, so I'm out of here.
And this is another rumor. There's so many rumors with this one, but there's a rumor that she won't be called the Invisible Woman because of the sexual, the feminist issues that come along with that. So she might be called Mrs. Fantastic, and he can just be called Stretchy
Lord.
Dude.
Oh, good Lord. But yeah, so then we got Internet Daddy. Internet Daddy. I mean, it's a complete. I mean, think about it like this: they gave us a great fan cast in Mom, Doctor Strange Mom, what everybody wanted, and they spaghetti his ass.
Yep.
They listened to people for the one that got shadow over.
Oh, and of course they did.
They listened to the fake fan stands for the actual Mr. Fantastic. So, how are we supposed to believe anything's going to be good when we know for a fact that this casting that they're not listening to us?
No,
No,
they're not.
I'm actually surprised, though. I am surprised that everyone here is pale-skinned, minus one.
True.
Yeah.
I am surprised by that. I'm very surprised, and I won't lie. I'm happy to see that there's some white folks in this. Now, granted, the lead is a Cuban, Mexican,
he's Hispanic of some kind. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Latino of some description.
Yeah, and that it doesn't matter. It's still a white people cast. But then we got this guy right here, Joseph Quinn. Who the fuck is this guy?
He's from Stranger Things season 4. That's what he's known for.
Oh, he's the kid with the guitar.
Yeah, he was Eddie.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the dude everybody was wetting their pants over from season 4.
Yep, that's the whole reason he's in this. That is the only thing he's known for, and he was good in that. But it in no way suggests that he'd be a good Human Torch. It's just he's currently popular,
and that's the failing. And honestly, if you don't watch Stranger Things like I do, I don't watch Stranger Things. I don't know who this is, and I don't care. And there's still a very big chance that we will be right, and he might be. I am on. It still might happen.
Oh no!
It still might happen.
I don't think the actor is, but the character would probably.
When I talk about actors, they still might make Johnny Layman. They still might do it because it's the '60s, guys. This is going to be a period piece. It looks like.
Whoa! This is going to be a period piece.
Yes,
that's the rumor. Yeah,
the artwork that they released along with it. It looks like it's going to be a period piece, which I think is a mistake. I don't want to. Here's the thing. They think they're going to try and go, look, we're going to try and pretend it's going to be Kirby-esque and try and capture some people. And it's the yeah. And then we got this guy right here, Eben Moss Bachrach. All right, I've seen him in a bunch of things over the years. He's
generic henchman,
he's
dude.
Generic.
He's very good at generic henchman. I've seen him a lot as that.
Or pissant, annoying guy who wants to make trouble on a team, like he did in Andor. You know, these types of guys.
He was in that?
Yeah, he was in Andor. Yeah, he's in Andor. So you notice one thing: a lot of these people are kind of in the favorite rotation. I mean, that's why Pedro's casting this. He's on the Disney "You're okay" list. You'll do whatever we tell you to do. And also this dude Eben Moss Bachrach, he's going to be in mocap CGI for 2/3 of the movie.
Yeah.
Once he goes from Ben Grimm to Thing.
It's so sad that the early Fantastic Four films with Jessica Alba will go down as the best ones.
Ain't that
something? Thank you.
They're fun. They're fun. I really enjoy them. They're terrible, but I love them. And yeah, they're still going to go down as the best versions of these characters we ever
Dragon
see.
Lady. He was right all along.
Yep. And I've been saying that about them for the last 20 years now.
Now, the big question is this casting better or worse than the 2014 Fan-Fortastic?
Oh, better. Except, well, I mean...
Better, I would argue.
All right, I'll give them this. Sue Storm's better, and at least they made Johnny White.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude who played Reed Richards in that one was just as bad a miscast as...
Yeah, Miles Teller is a great actor. He is not Mr. Fantastic, though.
Yeah.
Listen, I stated this in my video in the week when I earlier.
Okay, Ariel is right. I do have to correct myself. She is correct when it comes to the Incredibles. But I said live action. I did say live action.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, go ahead.
The 2015 version, I wouldn't have had an issue with them doing a slightly darker take of the Fantastic Four. I had no problems with that. But then everything that was coming out, the costume designs, the casting, I was getting more and more, no, I'm not interested in this. And when the first trailer dropped, I was giving it, I'm out, sorry.
It was really bad.
And here's the thing, and I said this in my video earlier this week. I am the guy you needed to sell this to, not just because I'm an MCU fan, an actual Marvel fan who's checked out, but I'm not a fan of the Fantastic Four. Not really. I never liked them as a team because I like the Thing. I love the Thing, but Sue Storm never did it for me as a hero. Like I said, I was leaning towards Rogue. I'm leaning towards Mary Jane. I'm leaning towards Black Cat. Those are my top 3 favorite MCU ladies. Or Marvel ladies, sorry. Marvel ladies back in the day. Yeah. I had, after I was done with my obsession for Rogue, then there was my obsession for Black Cat with that V-neck, with the V and the, Felicia. Good things to me. She could rob me any day. And then, of course, Mary Jane Parker. Oh, Mary Jane Parker. So I never had a thing for Sue Storm. So you're not going to, so I wasn't sold on that. And the Human Torch, he's the Human Torch. I mean, whatever. I don't care about Johnny. I don't care about Johnny Storm. And I hated Reed Richards for years because every time there's a major event, all these problems happen. Oh, okay, here come Reed Richards to save the day.
He's the Deus Ex Machina.
He's the emergency lever for everything. Yeah. Mr. Fantastic is going to fix it all. So that I never liked that because it's always, no matter how cool things going on, if it's a major event, crossover event, it always seems to end up being Reed Richards will save everything. Yeah, so I didn't like that. So I'm not a fan of the Fantastic Four, but I respect their existence. And I respect the fact that Reed Richards is a serious hero and he has presence. Internet Daddy Pedro has zero presence. The dude is most famous right now for wearing a helmet on a show that he can't even verbally emote through. And then he gets cast in everything because, oh my God, he's daddy. I hate social media. It was a mistake.
I agree.
So this is a fail across. What is there? Aside from the Kirby chick who you say is okay, and I will defer to you guys on this one. This movie's a disaster waiting to happen.
Okay, this movie is definitely going to be a disaster, but Vanessa Kirby can do things to my loins. So that's about it. And she's good at Mission Impossible. Let me be fair.
She's very good at Mission Impossible.
She's good at Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Hobbs and Shaw, she was good in.
I haven't seen her in those yet, so I'm behind.
Yeah,
she's been in several Mission Impossibles.
The White Widow. She plays the White Widow in Mission.
Yeah, she was in Rogue Nation, Fallout, and then Dead Reckoning.
Really? I don't remember her. I don't remember her.
She's an arms dealer.
Yeah, she's an arms dealer. And
it's been a few years. I only saw him once, so yeah.
She's trying to seduce me throughout the entire film. So, so like she's hot, but all of this is a disaster. And now that I didn't even think this was supposed to be in the 60s. This makes this even worse. Because we already know the girl boss stuff is coming. We already know there's going to be some alphabet nonsense going on. Especially during that time period. Come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
What was it called back then? It wasn't feminism. It was the suffrage movement. No, second wave, third wave suffrage.
Raw burning.
Yeah.
Era.
I mean, like the second, third wave suffragettes or shit like that. I mean, rich suffragettes in the 1920s. I know that. I'm not an idiot. But this is when bra burning happens and all this kind of shit. So it's because they're gonna get it wrong, Ariel. They're gonna get it so wrong. They're gonna current day us in the 60s is what's gonna happen. That's why it's going to not work.
They're 100% going to current day it. And what's something that we've seen in pretty much every single MCU prequel, film or television show? They explain more about the Tesseract's timeline. I am predicting that the Tesseract will be in this film. They're obsessed with it.
Because what's going to happen? Because what's going to happen is they're going to get warped to the future out of the 60s.
Oh God, not.
That's how it's going to end.
They're probably going to be experimenting on the Tesseract, and that's going to be the spatial disturbance.
Whatever happened to space gas? Whatever happened to space gas? That's what I'm thinking.
It's not happening.
Cosmic space gas.
I'm out. I'm sorry. I want
a lot of people. This is July. What is it? July 6th? No, July 25th, 2025. Preceded by the Thunderbolts. I think I said that wrong in my video. Thunderbolts will precede this. Then
that
you got
still coming out.
Yes, apparently so. Then you've got this failure, and then you've got Captain Black America Falcon. Oh no, I'm sorry. Captain Black America Falcon's in February. So
it's Captain America's first.
No.
Yeah, okay.
It's in Black History Month on purpose.
Don't do
this. Oh God! And then the Blade that isn't going to be Blade.
Have they even started filming that again?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're ramping up right now. It's about to start the reshoots now, or they're already doing. I don't know. So they're
releasing.
This is
Black
2025.
Falcon.
Yeah.
In Black History Month.
Yes.
Yeah. Black Falcon American Man.
Yeah, we got fake Captain America, we got fake Suicide Squad, we're getting fake Fantastic Four and fake Blade. It's a packed year.
This is your MCU movie lineup for 2025. Are you excited? This is their.
Oh my God.
I said it before. This is they fumbled their Hail Mary. This is done. This will sink them. None of these movies make money. I will say it right now. None of these movies make money. Not a one. With their budgets Black Falcon, America of Captain will probably cost over almost $400 million at the point. With the reshoot, this thing's going to cost $400 million.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and Harrison Ford.
If you got to bring back, at this point, 82-year-old Harrison Ford.
Oh, they backed up the money truck for him.
Who will, of course, take the money. And I love curmudgeon Harrison Ford because he gives no fucks about anything. That makes me laugh. And he doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't care about anything. You got to bring him back. You got to reshoot this entire half this movie CGI. Red Hulk. If Red Hulk, everything's the cameos, or not cameos, sorry, the expanded cast, everything about this.
I want to see the behind the scenes of Harrison Ford in a mocap suit doing Red Hulk. I need that in my life.
No, it's gonna be somebody else. They're gonna have somebody else mocap.
It'll probably be somebody else, but
face.
I wish that they did that. I want to see.
How can you have Red Hulk without the Incredible Hulk?
That's
and he's going to be. And listen, he's going to be president again. I just wanted to say, "Get off my plane." That's what I want to hear. Get off my plane. That's what I want to hear him say that again. So this is
nothing good.
So we know that's going to cost $400 million. There's no way the Fantastic Four movie is anything less than $250. No way. Then a CGI they're going to have to do. Thunderbolts, that might be the cheapest one made.
No, there's a lot of high-name actors in it. Like Florence Pugh costs money these days. Unfortunately,
Pugh costs money.
She's Oscar-winning. Been in Oscar-winning films.
Pew.
Wait, but she won Oscar?
So Hulk is in the film.
Midsommar
Is in the film. So they're rolling out Dumbass for this again. I didn't know that.
So actually, that's confusing. We don't know one way or another because Mark Ruffalo said he was in the film, and then Marvel said, "The fuck you talking about, bitch? You ain't in it."
I don't want to say I'm going to watch this one, but I can't wait for this movie. This movie next February is going to be a glorious disaster.
Unbelievable.
Black Cat. So we got this. So Thunderbolts, and then what's the other one here? Blade. This movie isn't that movie's never coming out. All right, I'm going to say so. Blade ain't never going to happen.
No,
that movie's never going to happen. It's not happening.
No, because
quit twice.
He's almost quit twice until they gave him producer billing or some shit like that, and a writing credit.
No one will.
It's not happening. But I don't think
it's not happening because they're gonna have the guts to rate it a 15, and no one will watch a Blade film that isn't a 15. And this is the problem I have.
And it might be another period piece. The last script we heard of, it was a period piece. It might be a period piece. So
why?
It doesn't make any sense. Blade is a modern day character. He's not. He doesn't live in the 30s. He's modern day.
This is why all of this needs to go.
So
Disney, hear my words. Stop, please.
So Disney lost in the past 2 years. We're not going to count this year because they got one movie coming out, and Deadpool might make a little chump change.
They're gonna make some money.
They lost $2 billion in 2022 and 2023 in the theaters, and that's on the MCU alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All the other movies drive it up even higher. 2025, they're going to lose over $1 billion again because all these movies are going to cost too much, and nobody's going to go see them. Nobody's going to go see this. They're not.
I don't know what this is. What are they doing?
It's failure.
Who's Doctor Doom?
I told you they're going to cast Doctor Doom during the movie.
The report is that there is a female Silver Surfer in it, played by Anya Taylor-Joy.
I don't. The girl with eyes like this.
Yeah, it is a rumor.
Oh.
Yeah. But speaking of her, she's going to be in the Furiosa Mad Max prequel that apparently cost $230 million to make.
Is that another? Is that what studio is that? Is that one of Disney's arms?
I think it's Disney. Yeah, I think they got it. Yeah, I think they got it through Fox. Let me make sure.
So another boondoggle, another movie nobody asked for. Listen, I hated that movie. I hate Fury Road. I think
it's Warner Brothers.
It's Warner. Okay, so Warner Brothers.
Be good.
Well, they're
out of business.
Well, they're going to lose money on that now too. So that's none of these people know what
for a Furiosa movie.
Nobody.
Jed, you asked for a Furiosa movie?
Oh, I've never seen any Mad Max movies, so no.
Road Warrior is the best one. Road Warrior is the best Mad Max.
I love Anya Taylor-Joy in a lot of things like Northman and Last Night in Soho. Two of my favorite movies from the last few years. I really like her as an actress. I have zero interest in this though, especially after the trailer. The trailer is god awful.
I haven't watched it.
It is terrible. It's so overdramatic voiceover. It's like, this is about Furiosa and this is her Odyssey. It's so bad. They say that this is her Odyssey.
It's deep.
Maybe she'll never come back from her Odyssey. How about that? Oh.
Nah, she'll probably make sequels somehow with no money.
Western entertainment's dead.
Oh,
I mean,
this is the funeral march. This year, next year, it's the funeral march because this is the year where they're gonna make money because nothing's out, and what little is out, people don't care about. And next year is the tail end of all the bad projects in promotion as we come to the end of the school era, and they're all gonna be one flop after another. And I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, I'll always have something to cover. Eventually I'll have my own shit to cover and promote and talk about.
I mean,
You don't need that.
I think Marvel-wise this year, I've got no interest in Deadpool 3 at all. They lost me the moment Disney bought Fox, and they lost me even more when I saw the TVA and the trailer. I was watching it I was watching it on Monday, 8:30 in the morning. I was actually screaming at my phone, and not in a good way either. Luckily, my dad was at work, so nobody heard me. So I was screaming at the phone, and not in a good way. The moment I saw the TVA, recognized the outfits immediately, I went, "No, sorry, I'm not having anything to do with this. If you're trying to connect it through Loki, I'm sorry, no." Unless I hear otherwise.
And remember, there's still a bunch of MCU shows here. Remember, that's just their movie. They're still going to lose money on Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah.
Agatha.
Oh, right.
What's it called now?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not hip enough to keep track of these things.
That's right. The Agatha show is still happening?
Yeah.
Hasn't it been renamed like 17 times? God.
4 or 5 times. I don't know. That's what we don't know. We don't. That's the joke. We don't even know what it stands anymore.
Who cares? Okay.
House of Harkness, Darkhold Diaries. She decides to have a.
They like alliteration.
I mean, scissor me book timbers. I don't know. I mean,
is that what's going on?
There's going to be some scissor me happy in that. There is.
Is that the point? Because I know who Agatha Harkness is. I have books featuring Agatha Harkness.
I feel like it's a Madam Web situation with her, similar type of thing.
I know who she is as well.
You know what? What? It's perfect. She is the Madam Web of.
Yeah, she's supposed to be an old woman.
Yeah, she's the Madam Web for like Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
and it's a shame because I said this before. Catherine Hahn, she's a talented actress. She can be funny. She can be serious, and it's a waste of somebody who can put on a good performance and things. So, I look forward to the collapse. As we always say, the collapse is coming, and every week a little more evidence comes around, and I look forward to whatever's going to happen next week because next week we're going to get a whole bunch of fresh things to get angry about. And with that said, we're done. We got through the day, guys. We made it. Let's go around the horn. Sarah Farewells, and I got to go beam up and be gay on Star Trek. So, Jet, what you got going on this week?
Well, everyone can find me at Hollywood Scholar on YouTube and Kick. I'll try to make videos. I haven't made a video in 2 weeks because I've been focused on writing my new book. Some announcements of that will be coming soon. But with that, I am planning a Writer's Corner for the first time in a year. It's been well over a year since the last Writer's Corner. We're going to be having both Adam and Dre have confirmed to be on the panel. We've also got Mr. Bug and Lawrence Knight and a few other people, Lady Bellfire, who will be joining us, and several other maybes. That'll be this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, and I'm excited because we're going to be talking about good versus bad exposition, a relevant topic always in the review space.
And per my promise, I will dust off these fingers, and I will do some writing this week because I said if Jed does a writing corner, I will get some writing done. I will move heaven and earth. And it's not that I can't. It's just I got a lot going on in my headspace, and I have to be a certain mental situation. But I am going to do it. I will get some stuff done. I'll at least finish the prologue of what I was working on when I stopped last, and we will get started on that. So yes, I'm looking forward to that. That will be fun. I love Writer's Corner. It's just a time to just chill out, have a good time. Dre, what's going on this week?
Yeah, so this week, regular videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Brutal Playing Comics YouTube channel. Definitely check it out. Follow me on Twitter at TheRoot00 for all the comic book stuff that's going on and whatnot. What's going on this week? Regular videos, and of course, as Jed already buried the lead, this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be with them on the Writer's Corner. I'm looking forward to diving deep into that. So that should be pretty fun. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
All right, Dragon Lady.
I'll be doing my usual sim video posting in. This week it'll be me doing Big Brother on The Sims 3, and you can check that out this week. Hopefully my version will be much more entertaining than what we actually get in real life.
All right. And listen, what I'm doing with the Rogue, it ain't scissoring. Anyway, as for myself, in about 15 minutes, you can stay right here. Beam up for Star Trek Engage, TOS episode 28, City on the Edge of Forever. I got it right this time. So watch us. We're going to have a good time there. Our Wesley this week is Duke Devil, Bradley Burnett. He is a huge Star Trek fan. He specifically requested to return as a Wesley for this episode, so we're happy to have him join us again. Let's see. And then later tonight, I will also be over on Beelzehub for another Get Ranked to help round out the sci-fi shows part 2. I was there for a pinch hitting a couple weeks ago, but Dermy has to go off and be weird someplace, so I'm jumping in, helping out, and I'm going to do that. I'm looking forward to that. So catch me there around 7, probably 7:15 on Beelzehub Devil's channel. Tomorrow is Monday, which means it's Mellow Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm sure we'll have some things to be nerdy about and complain about. Should be a fun one. Wednesday is Natural 20. I'm sure I'll be angry about something. Thursday, more Halo Season 2. I ain't stopping. It's a dumpster fire. Next, it'll be the Fall of Reach this week. Should be gloriously poorly reenacted. Then also starting Friday, probably into Saturday, we're here, guys. Avatar live action this week. It has arrived. and it ain't looking good. A lot of people are watching those clips that came out this week. Oh, the House of Cards is shaking. It's shaking. So I will start covering that since it drops on Thursday. I will try and get, I'm going to do one episode review each once for several days. So what I'm probably going to do is try and get one episode each day. Hopefully I get one done on Friday. If not, I'll try weekend. I'm going to try to get them out, but expect those from me and expect us to talk about them starting the next week. We've been ready for this one. And as Dre said, I'm not going to get that reach round. It ain't going to happen. It's just going to be pain and suffering. And, then I will be on, as usual, I will be on Ball Busters next Friday as well. Expect gaming streams throughout the week on Renaissance Nerd Arcade. I'm going to try and upload some stuff. I'm going to try and get some going. And no Ariel. I am not doing Star Trek Infinite this week. I don't feel like it. You know what? I'm gonna blue ball Ariel in this one. Sorry, I'm just gonna do it. Hey,
and you have to play Klingon faction,
yes.
Adam.
Yeah, I know. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna make her angry, and she's gonna take it out on Ryan. So I'm fine with this. She'll be angry at me, and in the next hour, she's gonna take it out on Ryan. So I'm okay. Anyway, so there will be 2 gaming streams because we're getting ready for Final Fantasy Rebirth in the next 2 weeks. So I'm getting geared up for that. And then next Saturday Night Drive-In, I cannot announce the movie because I've changed my mind. It was going to be Action Jackson, but I'm kind of not feeling that anymore. I think about it, so I will let you guys know in the next couple of days what we're watching, and we'll see if we can get another great panel. If you haven't seen it, it's still live, although we'll be going down to unlisted in a moment. But we had a great show yesterday. Myself, Jed, Dermy, and James from Melee Games talking Superman the movie. It was a lot of fun. It was a good one. Check it out on both my channel and Jed's channel. It's there, and the re-uploads will be there soon as well. And then we'll be right back here next Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, for another roundtable where, as Dre said earlier, the internet will surely provide. So once again, guys, thank you all for being here. We appreciate you. Without you, chat, we love you. Without you, we don't get to do this. You support us. You keep us going. You let us know you're having a good time. So hit that like button. Check out everybody's channels, and we will see you next week. Have a good night or day wherever you may be.